To some, he was a visionary who saw the potential of an empire. To others, he was a reckless sorcerer who invited the destruction of his own species. Naga Sadow was the Dark Lord who turned the Golden Age into a blood-soaked crusade. He didn't just want to rule the Sith, he wanted to tear down the Stygian Caldera and watch the Republic burn. Today we open the Holocron on the Master Alchemist who almost won the galaxy with a single lie. Greetings, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf Herders, and welcome back to the Infernal Brotherhood. When we talk about the legendary Sith, we often think of the Rule of Two or the Galactic Empire. But 5,000 years before Luke Skywalker, there was Naga Sadow, a half-breed Sith with the blood of dark Jedi exiles. Sadow was the ultimate expansionist. He took a stagnant, isolated empire and transformed it into a war machine. Today we're tracing his journey from the secret citadels of Carshian to the jungle temples of Yavin 4. Naga Sadow wasn't just any Sith Lord. He was a master alchemist born on Ziost. Despite the Golden Age label, Sadow saw an empire in decay, aristocrats wallowing in wealth while technology and ambition stagnated. Sadow was a protege of Lord Simus, a Sith so powerful he kept his own decapitated head alive in a jar. Under Simus, Sadow learned that power wasn't just about the blade, it was about the mind. While his rival Ludo Kresh wanted to keep the Sith hidden and safe, Sadow built a secret base on the dark side of the moon Carshian. There, he experimented with forbidden magic and dreamed of a galaxy that didn't even know he existed. Yet. To understand Sadow, you have to understand the Sith psyche of 5000 BBY. The Empire was divided into two camps, the isolationists led by Ludo Kresh, who believed that the Sith's safety lay in their obscurity, and the expansionists like Sadow. Sadow argued that the Sith were predators by nature, and a predator that stops hunting eventually starves. This wasn't just a political disagreement, it was a fundamental clash over the Sith identity. While Kresh looked backward to the traditions of the ancestors, Sadow looked forward to a galaxy where the name Sith was synonymous with master. This internal friction is what made Sadow so dangerous. He wasn't just fighting the Republic, he was fighting to prove his entire worldview was superior to his own people's. When the Daragon siblings crashed into Korriban, Sadow didn't see spies, he saw his ticket to the throne. To unite the Sith Council, Sadow staged one of the greatest false flag operations in galactic history. He used his Massassi warriors to stage a Republic rescue of the Daragons, deliberately murdering his own mentor, Simus, with a Republic blaster left at the scene. By framing the Republic for a terrorist strike, Sadow forced the Sith into a war footing and effectively stole the title of Dark Lord from Kresh. He played the Council like a master musician, using fear to fuel his rise. During the Great Hyperspace War, Sadow's greatest weapon wasn't his fleet, it was his meditation sphere. From the eye-shaped vessel, Sadow practiced battle meditation on a scale never seen before. He projected massive illusory fleets across the galaxy, making the Republic believe they were being attacked by tens of thousands of ships. He was a pioneer of psychological warfare. He took Gav Daragon as an apprentice, not out of kindness, but to use him as a liberator figure to break the Republic's morale. Sadow was on the verge of total victory until his own apprentice turned on him, breaking his concentration and causing his phantom armies to vanish like smoke. Naga Sadow's power wasn't just mental, it was elemental. When his invasion failed and he was backed into a corner at Primus Galud, he didn't just retreat, he used Sith magic to trigger a supernova, sacrificing his own loyal soldiers and Gav Daragon just to buy himself a few seconds of escape. He later repeated this at the Denari Nova, using solar flares to incinerate his pursuers. To Sadow, lives were just fuel for his survival. Sadow's story didn't end with his defeat. He fled to the moon Yavin 4, where he spent decades as a hermit king. He mutated his Massassi servants into the hulking, primitive guardians we see in later lore and built the massive Great Temple. He waited in stasis for 600 years until Freed and Nad arrived. While Nad eventually killed Sadow, the Dark Lord's spirit lingered. His alchemy influenced Exar Kun, and his writings were coveted by Darth Zash and even Darth Sidious himself. Even in death, Naga Sadow remained the primary architect of Sith terror. Sadow's time on Yavin 4 was far more than a simple retirement. It was a centuries-long masterclass in dark side engineering. He didn't just build temples, he infused the very stone with dark energy to create a focal point for the Force. His most terrifying achievement was the mutation of the Massassi. Originally a proud warrior race, Sadow used Sith alchemy to strip away their individuality, turning them into hulking, mindless extensions of his own will. He even created the Sith Worm, a monstrous guardian designed to devour any unworthy pretenders who might seek his secrets. This shows the true scale of Sadow's ego. He preferred to devolve an entire species into monsters, rather than rule over a people with their own free will. Naga Sadow was more than just a conqueror. He was the bridge between the ancient Sith and the modern Dark Lords. He proved that a single mind armed with enough magic and a ruthless disregard for life could bring a republic to its knees. He left a blueprint for every Sith that followed. Use deception to start the war, use alchemy to win it, and ensure your legacy is carved into the very stars. What do you think? Was Sadow a tactical genius who was simply unlucky, or did his obsession with illusions and perfect apprentices make him his own worst enemy? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you to my creator patrons Aaron Hardy, D. Robert Handy, and ShakyManor, developer patrons Chris Androu and Sam Ruiz, and all of the YouTube members. Until we convene again, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf Herders, may the Force be with you.